Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. We are live streaming. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Omega Given here. Today we're going to be doing something. Actually, let me edit the title of the stream. 3D modeling in Linux. Plus some other stuff, maybe. We'll see where we get. Yeah, let's edit the live stream and everything. Some other stuff, maybe. Or I could probably not have my mic like right next to me. Like I feel like that's gonna kill you guys. All right, so for starters, I have a little teeny. It literally should take 5 minutes, but I've never actually 3D modeled before in Blender before, so we're gonna give it a try. I've always 3D modeled in AutoCAD or Fusion 360. So that's the difference of that today. We're going to be trying Blender because AutoCAD and Fusion 360 are not in Linux. So we need a 3D modeling software that works in Linux. So hello, Blender. Haha. Of course, what we're doing is so easy. What we're doing is we're making a cap on top of a ramekin. Basically, like just a plastic cap that goes over a thing. That's literally all we're modeling today. So I'm going to print something, hopefully it works just fine, and call it good, I guess. It'll probably take a couple iterations. It depends on what plastic I'm using. I'm going to be using PETG to start because that's what's loaded in my 3D printer, and I don't feel like swapping out the TPU. I do have CPU, but I imagine I'm just going to try one in PETG, and then if it works out in PETG, it works out in PETG. I got a lot more PETG than I do have TPU. I have one roll of TPU, and I don't feel like, going ham at my roll of TPU. So the thing that we want to create today is not a square. That is for starters. The thing we want to create is a cylinder because it's just a cap. So how the frick do I do this? I wonder if I can can I create a new view in this thing? Let me look at this. I've never actually done anything. I think I tried to do stuff in Blender, but just couldn't figure it out because it was more animation based than it was just modeling stuff. Looks like we can add a cube. Is there other adds that can go in here? I don't know. We can measure, annotate, transform, scale, rotate, move, cursor, blah blah blah. We can extend things, we can subtract things, we can make a difference of things, intersect things. We're in object mode. Is there shade compositor, geometric node editor? Interesting. I think 3D viewport is probably our best bet. How doth one create a thing? These are all, okay, this is for animation and rendering, so we don't need any of that. So we do kind of just want modeling, literally just straight up modeling. All right, so I want to add something. Let's add a, crap, do we want to add a mesh? Is meshes is kind of what they would call them, just an object, we just want to add object something or whatever. So let's just add ourselves a meatball. Wait, what? Capsule? What is a capsule? Oh, that's a capsule. Yep, that makes sense. That is a capsule. All right. Let's add a cylinder. We have ourselves a cylinder. We want our cylinder. This doesn't let me do, I know in what do you call it, Fusion 360, you can do some stuff with this. What I'm kind of wondering is, can I kind of sketch out exactly what I want? I don't know. I'm kind of doing this with literally no tutorials, so we're gonna see if we can actually create what we want with no tutorials. That's why we're taking a 5-minute task, turning it into a hour-long task because I'm doing no tutorial. All right, so we need to rescale this. Here's a scale button. Looks like we can't really purposefully scale it to a certain size. I want exact measurements. How do I scale to exact measurements, eh? Is there no way to scale for measurements? Or I guess there was a measurement button. Yeah, there's a measurement thing. I click on it with my measurement tool. Where is the measurement? Oh, here we are. See, we can create measurements. That is very unexact. It won't let me like create measurements between like, I don't know, stuff. Oh gosh. Okay, maybe I can see why Blender is not a good tool for 3D modeling, specifically like exact things. I want, you need exact things like to the 0.1 or 0.01 millimeter, because the nozzle of the 3D printer is 0.02 millimeters. What is my dog doing? What are you doing? Okay, never mind. Just ignoring my dog in the background, just doing doggy things. What are you doing, doggo? Okay, is there like a better view? View sidebar. Okay, view asset shelf. Okay, don't know where that went, but it's not there. Local view, viewpoint, navigation. Ooh, navigation. View align, view regions, play animation, viewport render object, area. Not understanding any of this per se. Gosh, how do people model in this software? Makes no sense to me. Like, I want to change this object. Like, I need to like like, I don't know, some X size. Move, rotate, scale, transform. That's like to like, yeah, that's like to twist it around, do all that goody stuff. We don't want to do that though. Annotate, scale. Okay, so we can scale it down. Yes, yes. Ooh, wait, we have dimensions over here. Ooh, can we switch dimensions? Okay, okay, here we are. Here we are. We're on something. I need this to be point, or I needed this to be 107 millimeters. Can I do that? I can. And then I need this to be 107 millimeters. Boom. Okay, there we are. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. X and Y, 107, 107. That's the size we need the inner circle to be. Like, that's the diameter of the ramekins itself, the tops of them. So we got it to that. All right. And then we need this to be, this doesn't really matter, but can we change the scale? That is, because that I do not feel like doing conversions in my head. Defaults. If we can't do that, that might be a deal breaker for this. Preferences. Resolution scale, viewport, editing. I need the scale to be in millimeters, because I use millimeters when I measure and make objects. How do I do that? No more copyright music. Okay. Should we just put some music on to get into the zone though? I feel like we need to get in the zone. Let's get some music zone action going on here. Let me go to my vault. Authentication required. Well, what kind of authentication do I need to get into my stuff? All right, music. So we do lo-fi. I feel like we need to do like, actually, we need to do some like crazy stuff. Let's do some like assassin. Oh yeah. Wait, but we need this to play all my music. Like, just like play. Open folder with. Except I don't want to open all of them with. Can I just do VLC player? It's weird. I'm using like literally a media player to play like a ton of stuff. Open directory. Let's open this directory, the music section of it, and the hip hop. Oh yeah. Except that's a little loud for me at least. Let me turn that down for myself. It's probably loud for you guys. I'll turn it down some. There we go. I think that's probably a decent loudness, right? Okay, let me know if that's not decent loudness for you guys or not at some point. All right, okay, so we need to find ourselves video sequencer, miscellaneous, no, lights, viewport, gizmo, quality, textures, interface, display, editors, language, text rendering, animation, these are all keyframes, extensions, add-ons, themes, input, double click speed, touchpad, we don't have no touchpad, mouse, keyboard stuff, this is not what we're looking for. System what? System, graphics system, networking system, memory limits, video sequencer, no, none of this is what we want. How do we... Can I like right click on this maybe and just be like, yo, can I change the scale? No? Lame. Yeah, this isn't letting me change the scale. All right, well that sucks. All right. Millimeters, there's 100 millimeters in a meter. So times that by 100, boom, boom. Yes, that's one. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right. I think we can trust this. Dimension Z is like way big. We don't need this. Wait, what is Z axis? Z is the top down axis. Like boom, boom. So Z, we need that to be, if it's 100 millimeters like that way, we only need it to be like what, 10 millimeters? Do I have? I don't have my scale or my measurement thing. I always like to have my my calipers. The calipers tell me a lot of info. Let's just make it 5 millimeters. Right, that's all you need. So what's 5 millimeters in meters stuff? 0.0 or 0.0, that's 100 millimeters. So that is 10 millimeters, 5, there we go. All right, there we go, look at that. Baby, that's some good stuff. All right, all right, so we have the basic shape. Gosh darn this. How do we make the resolution better? Because if you look at it, it has like edges. We need this to be a circle. Or we literally, actually, I'm kind of wondering, can we, oops. What the frick? Bazaar. 3D modeling. You got Blender. Is there seriously no like, oh, this looks FreeCAD. That actually looks literally like AutoCAD. I'm imagining this is basically AutoCAD, but just, you know, dumbed down, which literally is all I need. So I think this actually might be better. I think we're gonna do that. I think this Blender stuff is just not worth it. Let's delete this thing and just, yeah, we don't care about this. I did figure out how to do it, make a cylinder at least. All right, FreeCAD, let's do this. Show me what you can do, FreeCAD. Oh, whoops, did I open it twice? I might have opened it twice. Yep, I opened it twice. All right, done. English, unit measurements, millimeters, yes. Navigation, CAD. Oh, look at that. It even has like different view types. That's cool. All right, we just want something new, right? Empty document, okay. Create body. Helper tools, create sketch. Okay, excellent. Yeah, let's grab a plane of existence. This is exactly what I need. All right. Circle. Uh-oh. This doesn't snap to things, does it? Or maybe it does. All right, we need 107 millimeters. Uh-oh. Oh, there we are. There we are. We're good. We're good still. We're still good. We know what we're doing. All right, we need this to snap to 100. All right, so the rule of 3D printing that I have found is 2 millimeters wall is like the best wall you need. So I need 10, it'd be 2 on each side. So 107, 109, 111. So it'd be 111 would be the millimeters that we would want. So that would be the size of our disc. So basically, you know, you take this object and then, how do I conclude my sketch? Oof, okay, this is where it might get a little complicated. If I close this, is it gonna... Alright, so maybe it'll let me grab between these things? I extrude this. I really hope it has, like, the pad is sketch, I don't know what pad does. Pocket, hole makes sense. Revolution. Is there an extrude? Please tell me there's an extrude. Or is pad? I'm guessing pad is their extrude. We want to extrude this by 2 millimeters. Because if you remember, my rule is it only needs to be 2 millimeters normally. Oh yeah. Okay, so pad is most likely their extrude. So we have found the extrusion of how to do this thing. Now, oh, here we are. Oh. So now we need to, wait, it's not gonna let me see the sketch again? Set tab, link actions, make link group. 1 second, does my wife need assistance? I don't think she does. I think she's good to go. I think. All right. I just hear my baby screaming in the other room, so I'm just like, I gotta confirm a few things there. Frick, man, this is why sometimes smoothing software is so hard, because it's like, wait, how do you do what in this software? I need to make a new sketch. Normally, I could right click and then create new sketch on top of that. What does set tip do? I don't know what set tip does. And my kid is slamming his feet. He's just like, I'm getting stuff done. I'm working out. Create new sketch. Hello, create new sketch. Even though I kind of wish the sketches would just be there already. I don't know. We'll see. All right, we need 107 again. And then we need another 109. Or 111, I mean, 111. Wait, did I not? Oh, because I padded just the one side, I think. Can I like save this sketch so I can like come back to it? That's like what I really am hoping I can do. I don't know what fully constrained means. You can tell how I'm basically just expert when it comes to like not AutoCAD, but Fusion 360 specifically. I want the space between those two sketches. Oh look, wait a minute. Because I see a sketch here now. I need the space between the two. The space where the light touches. Can I free cam it? Is it gonna let me free cam? I'd like the free cam if possible. No? No free cam? If I click down here, is it gonna let me free cam? No, it just uses, it won't only let me do what these top things are. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. I just need to. This is where I wish I could just go back to, I could go back to, crap, what do you call it? Fusion 360 in Windows. That would be very helpful. We'll pad it again. No, I don't really want to pad it though. I want to take the space between these two pieces and extrude it. Also, I wish this bar down here at the bottom was up top, so I can like hover, look like next to it, rather than like looking around it. It's just like a pain in the butt. Create a clone, pad a sketch, revolve a sketch, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Or can I like, I wonder if I can like maybe take the area between these two things. Is there like a thing? So create polynomial, create some lines, create a circle by center. I want to like make these things like paralleled, kind of, or how would you call it? Something that they basically are kind of relation to each other. Symmetry, possibly. Okay, I think it's time for that we use tutorials, guys. FreeCAD. How to extrude the space between two sketch circles. So simple of an action. To extrude the space between two circles of space, you need to ensure the geometry is properly set up in the way that FreeCAD recognizes as a closest shape. There's a general approach. Create a sketch with two circles. Okay. Ensure the spacing between the circles is closed. Okay. Requires a closed wire to create a solid extrusion. If the two circles are kind of constant. Okay, yeah. Exit sketch mode. Once the sketch is completed and the geometry is closed, exit the sketch mode. Alright. Exit sketch mode. Alright, we're exited of sketch mode. Sketch mode exited. Use the pad tool. Part design workbench. Switch to the part design workbench. Okay, we're in part design. Wait, part design workbench. Select the sketch you just created and use the pad tool extrusion to extrude the closed profile. Enter the desired extrusion length in the dialog box, then it should extrude between. Gosh, freaking darn this freaking thing. Use the pad workbench of your surface extrusion. If you're using the pad workbench, you can extrude the outer circle and then subtract the inner circle. Wait. I see what it wants me to do. It basically wants me to extrude everything with the outer circle, then extrude again with the inner circle, but then have that be a removed part. But the problem with that is that that's 2 steps, and I want to do it in 1 step. Like, come on, people. 1 step is all we should need. 1 step. Switch to design part tool. Select the sketch you want to be created and use the pad extrusion to extrude the closed profile. Enter the desired extrusion length in the dialog that appears. Okay, I'm going to take the outer circle. We take the outer circle, which is... Wait a minute. This outer circle's not the right. Wait. Oh yeah, see, look, it has the constraints right there. Yeah. Alright, so if we pad that, we only want the length to be 7. Show direction. Length along sketch. Taper. Okay, so if I do that, why is there a line right here? What's going on here? What is going on here? How do you free move? How to free move in FreeCAD? What is the flipping navigator? Can we move left, right, up and down, rotate along what it looks like to rotate? Okay, okay, arrow keys let you move around, okay. Gosh, just don't make things simple. Oh, I can change the different view types? Wait. Let me look at this. There might be a... I checked, I did like CAD view. Maybe I just didn't want to do CAD view. Maybe I want to do something else. Fusion 360 is basically CAD, but like on a different like level of Fusion 360 basically. What is it that I am trying to do? Actually, I haven't tested to see if this is like gonna do what I wanted to do. Alright, so what's the sizing of all this? Radius is that. Okay. I don't know what's going on here. Ugh. I wish I could just extrude that. Wait, I don't want it to do that. Control Z. I need to like reverse pad this. If I like delete that, that's gonna like do a weird thing, right? Yeah, it's deleting the last thing that was done. I have to figure out freaking... Dude, why does 3D modeling make things so hard? I feel like Fusion 360, I was able to pick that up and use it immediately. But when I do this, it's like, nope, you gotta learn everything different. Also, we don't call things extrude around here. We call it pad. It's like, you use everything else looks like the exact same stuff as what I've ever used before. But you don't use extrude. Like, I think that's the same terminology in almost every single other 3D modeling software, right? Pretty sure it is. Oh. I made a mistake in clicking CAD. I should have clicked something else. Also, can I like save as or export as? If I can't even export as, then it's not worth it for me to do anything, to be honest. So I should probably figure out how to export. Export .3mf. I want to do .stl. Can I do STL? Is that a thing here? Please, if STL. Here we are, right here, mesh formats. Okay, theoretically we can be able to export. All right, that's good. That's good. Okay, how do we... I'm trying to see if there's a way we can change the view of things. What does all these buttons do? Create clone, sub object, check geometry, validate sketch, create sketch. Alright, so we can create sketch from that button right there. That's good to know. Make link, create group, blah blah blah. Nice. I remember when you're to blink when you're looking at stuff. Toggle edit mode? Oh. Maybe not that. preferences. English standard operating system, FreeCAD dark. Display. Workbenches. Python. Apparently this uses Python for macros. That's kind of cool. I'm a Python programmer, right? Or I just am very at home with Python. Navigation. What is a 5-minute task in Fusion 360 is turning into a very long task. I can import. Wait. Here, FreeCAD. How to change to layout. I want it to change to a different layout. Switching workbenches or customizing tool. Changing themes. FreeCAD allow you to change the themes to Blender mode. Because if it can teach me how to do it with Blender mode, it'll teach me how to do the other modes, right? Blender mode navigation. You can change the setting in the drop-down menu located at the bottom right of the interface next to the coordinates readout. Wait, what? That's a weird. Oh, here we are. Hello, Blender. Yes. Okay. I wonder if actually Revit's closer to what I. Oh yes. Oh yes. Okay. Okay. Revit is pretty close to what I do. Tinkercad. What's Tinkercad do? Okay, I think Revit is closest to what I normally am used to. You know, you can like yeah, that's a lot closer to what I'm used to. All right, Revit is definitely good. Okay, now I need to basically. Okay, what's the measurement between that line and that line? It's 2 millimeters. All right, we want to take this face right here and just this down. Wait one. We're getting a groove here. We know exactly what we want to do. We need to do this and this. That's not what I'm looking for. I want this point and this point. That is 7 millimeters. So we need to extrude down 7 millimeters. Like, perfect amount to extrude downward. So, okay, we want to pad object this one right there. Gosh darn it, that's not what I want to do. I want to take this right here. Now I want to extrude it down. Pad a selected sketch. I don't want a pad then, because it's from a sketch. I want to create a pocket with this selection. Create a hole. Create a subtractive pyramid? No. Cancel task. Cancel that task. We don't want to do that. Like there's all fillet, chamfer, draft, thickness. Like these are all good things. But what is your basic of basic? actions. I'm trying to just literally do an extrude of a face. FreeCAD, how to extrude a face. How hard can it be? Come on, people. I have a sketch I want to be extruded. Hard to say without seeing what you've done. Freaking sometimes people don't get the things in this community. They don't understand what the frick. Like this is like the whole thing where like pros don't understand what beginners go through. And I always like try to get that difference and just like get it like I baby talk everything I go through because I want people to understand me, whether it be that you're on the opposite end of understanding or just because the people in the room that are pros don't actually understand each other and they just pretend to understand each other. I've been in those meetings before. At the end of the day, they had to email each other afterwards because they actually didn't understand what he said. Switch to part design. I'm in part design. Okay, this bench is... Select the face of the object that you want to extrude. This can be done by clicking on the face in the 3D video. I've clicked it. Click on the pad button in the tool or in the toolbar or navigate to the part design. Create additive feature and add button. But I want this to be -7 length. It's not letting me do -7. It's not letting me do negative? No, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Reversed. No, you gotta be freaking kidding me. This thing is stupid. Just so freaking... Show direction. When I say show direction, I want it to show like an arrow going from the center, which direction I'm trying to get it to show. Because I'm trying to do a negative part. FreeCAD, how to do subtractive extrude. This is literally 3D modeling 101, or at least that's what I think could be 3D modeling 101, but like apparently. Pocket? They call them different things? Nice. Unselect everything. I am going to do your pocket. Oh wow, it actually works. Okay, okay. So apparently extrusion is just... It works. It just works. That's fine. That's fine. I'll live with it. I want to make it 7 though. I don't want it 5. I want it 7. And I wish it would let me preview before I have to press enter, but it doesn't let me do that. All right. Well, there we go. We did it, guys. It took us how long? 38 minutes. Record. Learning a new software. Creating a very, very basic object in 38 minutes. And I guess it worked. I guess that's what counts. All right, now let's export this thing. Export. Select the object to export. I want to export this file. Export. Ramekin. I don't know how to spell ramekin. Cap. And we gotta save this as a stl.stl. We're gonna save this to my download folder because why not? No FEM mesh for export selection. Oh, I just want to export this body. Freaking. Thought I was gonna be as simple as right-click export. Creates analysis container with browsing solver. I don't know. No, I don't need whatever. I don't know what that analysis thing is. What is this button? Material editor opens the FreeCAD material editor. Should I have just made this whole thing in FEM mode, not whatever mode? I guess that would have been easier if I knew that's how you should do it. Gosh darn this freaking thing. So this doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem like how you create meshes. This seems a little different. Maybe. All right, FreeCAD, how to turn body into STL file. Tell me. FreeCAD, to turn a body into a STL file in FreeCAD, you can follow the steps. First, ensure that you have a body that you want to export. Oh my gosh. Selected in, okay, wait, no, wait, here we are. Have the body you want to export selected in the preview. Is that one of these things? A, B, C, D, F, G, Q, S, T, S, and T. I'm guessing it means like just select it in this view. All right, I selected the body in the tree view. I'm guessing this is what the tree view is, this left thing. Then switch the mesh workbench. From the drop down, while you have your body selected, click on the menu option meshes and choose create mesh from shape. Wait. Oh, here we are, mesh. Hello. Okay, mesh menu. We have our body selected. Create group, create part. Create mesh from shape. We're getting somewhere. Surface deviation. Ooh, that's not that good. Angular deviation. Oh gosh. Is there any other tips and tricks on how to make this work the way we want it? You have a few options here, including adjusting the surface deviation, angular deviation. Lowering these values will result in a smoother STL file. Okay, lowering these values will result in a smoother STL file. All right, so why don't we do 0 point? Let me see. Pretty crap looking. Here, let's try this again. Create. Frick, where did it go? Create mesh from an object. I don't like how it doesn't let me do 0.00001. I basically want this to just be like uber good, right? Oh wait, no, not that. Frick, where'd the button go? Face colors to mesh. Define segments by face colors. Relative surface deviation. What if we just had 0? What if we just like literally zeroed these out completely? Really? It doesn't go more than... Oh my gosh. This software don't work. You can't do that. No, there's no way I can use this software for legit things. No, I can't. See, you just did that. Look at that. See? Perfect. Perfect. Perfect circle. Theoretically. Theoretically. Oh wait, no it's not. I'm looking at the body, not the mesh. No, the mesh looks fine. Okay, so you can zero it out. You can zero it out. Okay, let's try this again. Alright. We're gonna zero this out completely. We don't want any deviation whatsoever. Okay, now can we extrude this thing? Export mesh. There we are. RAM cap. Binary. Save as. Blah, blah, blah. Save. Booyah. Okay, we got it working, boys and girls and children of all ages. Yes, even adults can be children. I'm a child. Adult child. Open with Bamboo Studio. Alright, look at this. Let me look this up. Bazaar. Why is it that my Bamboo Studio don't do squat? I don't care. Plate name is whatever. I don't see squat. What the frick is going on? Also, it's not letting me see anything about my stuff. It doesn't pull in. Oh wait, there we go. It does pull in my one stuff, my one settings. All right. Let me look this up. Bamboo Lab on Linux, not displaying the plate. Just gray. Issues with Bamboo not displaying the plate on Linux. The gray screen has been reported by multiple users. This problem appears to be related to the software compatibility with certain Linux distributions and configurations. For instance, users have noted that after upgrading to Ubuntu, blah blah blah, the plate does not show up in the prepare or preview. Users and zooming in and out does not resolve the issue. Additionally, some users have found that the problem may be linked to the display link manager, as killing it and restarting Bamboo Studio to temporarily restore the display of the plate. In some cases, the issue might be due to missing runtime dependencies or conflicts with graphical drivers. Users have attempted various solutions, including rebuilding Bamboo Studio from source and checking for updates, but the problem persists. When you see here that somebody rebuilds it from source, which may actually that begs the question: is Bamboo Studio, is that like open source? Oh, interesting. Let's see if I can get this thing to troubleshoot this with me. Alright, come on. Come on, Copilot. Help me out. Give me a tutorial. Give me something to do. I want this to be working. Disable multi-instance rendering. Go to settings. Okay. I hate it when it's like, go to settings. Where in settings? What is the setting? Login. Go to settings menu in Bamboo Studio and turn off multi-instance rendering. Multi-device management? Wait, what was this explainer? With the option enabled, you can send a task to multiple devices at the same time. keep only one bamboo instance. Support bamboo version beta, show the step mesh. This is more of a issue on it's almost probably gonna be faster for me to literally just upload this to my phone and then just running it from my phone. Where are all these? What the frick? It has like this little arrow right here, but it's not a functional arrow. I don't know what any of this is. What is all these buttons? Apparently it's just whatever. File? Is there literally no settings button? What is this button? Why is my thing open and like it has two? No, I don't need it to open my. Bamboo, you suck so bad. At least it has something for this, even though it doesn't work. Let's see all my prints over time, apparently. It probably opens Maker World, which is very bright. Where's the settings button? Just listen to the music, guys. Just listen to the music. Let it just course through your veins. Even though this is just journalism at the top right of the screen. It's a small gear icon in the top right of the screen, guys. Exactly where it should be. It's not there at all. I'm on a Linux version. Telling me how to fix it. I can see the objects in the prepare and preview windows. Come on. Open preferences. Okay, see, that's a little better. It at least told me preferences. Go to the General tab. General. Toggle multi-instance rendering. I don't think that's a thing. Wait, what? Is it one of these things? No. Zoom to mouse. Always show shells in preview. Import a single SVG to split it. Improve rendering performance by LOD. Grab it. No. Is it gonna at least fix my thing? Nope. Don't do squat. Looked like it might have fixed it, but then it didn't do anything after that. All right. Developer mode? What's that? Seam gap. Interesting. Whew, sneeze. All right. All right, guys. I think Linux with Bamboo don't work. This don't work. So what we're gonna have to do is I'm gonna send this to myself, maybe an email or something like that. So I'm on the side right here. You don't need to see this. You don't need to see my email. You don't see anything. Compose. Throw this over here to myself. TL sending. Then I'll open this in here. Hopefully I have it in here. All inboxes. Or I'll just go to my send section. Download this. Open with, it won't let me open with, what do you call it? Bamboo. Bamboo Handy. Wait, it won't let me upload something? Don't tell me. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, it's uploads. Is there any way I can upload from my phone? Oh gosh, you gotta be kidding me. I want to upload my own file. But it don't let me apparently. Oh wait, community, add. Oh, these are photos. I don't need a photo. I want to add a model to the maker whatever crap. Yeah, apparently this thing don't let you upload files. This makes no sense to me. I feel like you should be able to do that, right? All right, let's try a different way. Let's go to Maker World and upload it there. Maker World. Can I show you guys Maker World without it displaying anything? I think so. Well, you can probably see what I've saved. I don't mind that. Upload. Original 3D model. I have STL or other blah blah blah. Drag your files. Top for a 107mm diameter thing. I actually wonder how many downloads and uses you would get if you just made these kind of files, just uploaded them and just used them. Like, how easy. Oh gosh, you gotta be kidding me. I have to add covers. It's literally just a it's a freaking cover. That's all I need, just that. Copy. Just work. I didn't realize how freaking hard it would be to just upload a freaking file to my Bamboo machine from Linux. It won't even let me drag and drop. Cover. Category. 3D printer accessories. I don't care. Licensing. I don't care. 107 millimeters diameter. There you go. That's all it needs to be. Except for it needs pictures. Can I save as draft? Can I upload and save as draft, and I can open up from my phone? Is that a thing I can do? Uploads? No. I probably can boot up Windows faster, like in a virtual machine, and do it via Windows faster. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm just gonna say screw this thing. I tried. This thing sucks. I just want to upload and run, and just sucks. Alright guys, that's all I was gonna do tonight. So like, subscribe, we do all that fun stuff. I'll see you later. I'm gonna try to upload this via Windows, I guess. My dog understands when I'm ending a live stream. She knows when I start talking and say, hey, alright guys, blah 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 blah. She knows. Alright.